Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Today we have HCMC stock news. So the news with HCMC is coming thick and fast this week. I know I got an update out yesterday, but yet more headlines dropped overnight, so I am almost duty bound now to bring you that information. So HCMC and Philip Morris are going to be working together. More on that later. There's also some news around Philip Morris insiders, and then I've got a couple of other little bits of information that I've found here and there with my ear to the ground to bring you the latest HCMC updates that I can. If that sounds like something you're interested in, smash that like button and I'll see you down and in there. Hey again guys, welcome into the video. As I said, here we are, HCMC stock news. Nothing really to report on the share price over the last day or so. Looking a bit like a barcode, to be fair, with ups and downs. Plenty of volume still going on now. This stock is here and at the fore and here to stay, which is actually quite good news because that means it has the liquidity to trade. I know there's an awful lot of shares out there, but if that suddenly drops off, that could get really interesting in trying to ditch your shares essentially. So the liquidity is there, lots of volume still involved in this one, so that is a-okay, that is a good thing. So there was a late filing yesterday with both companies, HCMC and Philip Morris, filing a joint motion to extend the talks that they're going to have. Now a lot of people with the legal ramifications are drawing lines that if HCMC and Philip Morris are going to thrash out a deal, this is the sort of way that they're going to do that. Get extra time, get around the negotiating table and find out exactly what sort of damages that's going to be. There's a little photo of the actual motion there, filed by Ahmed Khan on Facebook, just been filed, and you can have a little read of that now. If Philip Morris had HCMC on the ropes, as in they were going to get away with it or the patent infringement wasn't going to happen, then why would they submit a motion to extend? So that to me, and this is only my opinion, I'm not a legal expert, nothing like that, but if Philip Morris was going to win and get their motion to dismiss upheld, or they were going to get away with not paying damages in any particular way, then why would they agree to extend? That to me suggests that there is grounds for conversation there for payment of some royalties or payment in some way, in some form of compensation, to essentially put this to sleep, and then both companies could go along their merry way. There is also the option that Philip Morris could acquire HCMC as well. I've talked about that in past videos, but that does actually seem quite unlikely at the moment. But who knows, in the world of business things can change and change very rapidly. Now the last thing I wanted to mention today is that some insiders seem to, with Philip Morris, seem to be selling their shares. So over the last few days or so, a lot of insiders have been selling their shares via Sec 4 form. You can see that, and people have been selling quite considerable amounts of shares. Thanks to X2 Squared or BizWorld on Twitter for this one, and a good spot. But lots of insiders who have to declare they're selling their shares sold almost one after another. Not absolutely enormous amounts of money in terms of some of them, but then here we have another million or so shares there. So there is a lot to be ditched there and a lot to be taken care of. Do they know something is sort of up or not? That is a question that we will have to wait and see answered. But it doesn't exactly bode well when a lot of insiders are shedding their shares. It bodes well for HCMC guys because they're sort of thinking, well, the momentum's with us, why are the insiders going on? But this is all just purely speculation, and it's down to your opinion. And if you're a bull, then you're going to say, oh, they're selling their shares because they're going to lose the court case. If you're a bear, you're probably just going to go, well, business companies, big companies like Philip Morris have insiders sell shares all the time. Just because a few happened within a few minutes of each other for an absolutely massive company doesn't really mean a great deal at all. But that is completely subjective and down to personal opinion. I don't really think that it's actually all that relevant, but it's definitely something to keep an eye on. And so there we have it, guys. No major movements in the share price for the moment. As I said, barcoding, nice to see it recovering from that dip down to 0.9 and back up to 1.7. Now that is still a pretty decent price to get in at. It seems to have flatlined there. There seems to be the support and the volume there to hold it at that level. That seems to suggest to me that it's going to stay there for a little while we establish more information about this court case and about the extension. The extension has been filed by both companies. That's quite important, because at least they're talking in terms of that sort of grounds. They agree that there's time to continue, but it could just be that it is both companies just going, yeah, we need more time, and you could read nothing more into it than that. If you go a bit more subjectively and you're bullish, you could say exactly as I said, Philip Morris, if they were confident of dismissal, why would they want to extend? So it seems to me like a deal is sort of in the workings and could be thrashed out over the coming days and weeks. Now if that happens, we'll obviously see price movement in the share price. And then if you have a look on Twitter as well, the whole insiders selling shares, that could be completely coincidence. They could know something. Very, very difficult to tell about that one. I'm still very interested in this company. There's a lot of interest out there. The volume is being maintained, and that's a great thing, to be fair. Even on off days when there is no media and no public relations, no PR going on, there is still plenty of movement in this stock. Billions and billions of shares have been traded over the last 2 weeks or so based on a little bit of news, and then days where there's no news at all, and that is really, really good for the liquidity side of things. I hope you've enjoyed this video today, guys. Absolute pleasure to dig as much as I can into this company. I know my channel has moved quite a lot to HCMC at the moment, but I just know that there's so many people on board now that are so interested in that content. I sort of have to keep up with every news story that there is. I will endeavour to obviously keep bringing other content as well for those of you that aren't HCMC in the HCMC army. Thank you very much for watching, guys. It's been an absolute pleasure as always. If you could smash that like button and consider subscribing to my channel on your way out, that'd be awesome, and I'll see you in another investing episode. Catch you later.